All right, guys, the world is crazy. People are dying.
Yeah.
And certain communities I think are getting hit harder than others.
Really?
Yeah, within the states. And this is just now, it's kind of
like Costco members? Like that community?
The most valuable people of our community.
possibly. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's a study on that specific.
That would suck because they're the ones shopping the hardest.
I know.
So they're like,
the panic buyers are the one that are
panic
dying.
buyers are getting sick the most. That sucks.
Or everyone that has a AAA card?
Dude, my membership renewal just came. I should probably not renew it.
No, you should, because you're still driving.
Yeah.
But if they're getting hit hard though.
Who?
The AAA members?
I'd rather have a flat tire than fucking Corona.
Cancel your AAA membership.
I know if that's the case. Well, who's the group?
Who's the group? All right, so
Let me find out first.
I know, before I cancel my membership.
so in the States, there is a study now that's coming out, and they're saying the black demographic, the black population in the States, is getting hit the hardest in terms of deaths. And it's really, really sad.
Sucks.
You know what's crazy? Because I remember how I was reading some shit about, like, there was this, not conspiracy, but it was like, why isn't Africa or like the black communities getting hit with this? But it was mainly like Asian and white.
Yeah, my coworker was talking about it because she was like, she came into the office prior to us getting quarantined. She was like, yo, man, I've been on Black Twitter and that's just wild. And I was like,
There was actually a lot of like black media, like you know how there's a lot of black radio shows and stuff like that. They were even saying on there at the beginning, like December, January, they were like, yeah, black people don't get Corona.
yeah.
And then they were like, what are you talking about? Why? And they're like, it's because of our melanin. Don't you know?
Yeah.
And they were like, all right.
That was one of the theories that she was like throwing out. She's like, yeah, people are saying that the melanin
Is your coworker black?
Yeah, she was black, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I saw a lot of
Not what, she is black.
She's like,
things on it, and why like some people were getting mad when, especially online,
Yeah.
is because there was a lot of people coming out like, it seemed like the way that people would say it on news is like, that's fucked up that black people aren't getting. Why aren't they getting it? It kind of,
What?
Exactly.
it's like you kind of, in a sense, it's like you kind of,
like
it sounds
that's
like
not fair.
yeah.
Alienating us from this.
It literally sounded like.
I mean, they have a lot of stuff going on there that we don't get, like sickle cell and all that stuff. And I think it's fair if they didn't get it, because we
Yeah.
have, you know, it's like
Exactly.
it's not equal when it comes to disease. There's a fuck ton out in Africa that sucks.
Yeah, that was like the counter argument on that Twitter thread
Oh,
that my
yeah?
coworker was saying. Cause like a lot of people were like, what? Like black people experience like a lot of shitty things. Like why can't we just have this one thing?
Yeah.
But the virus doesn't care.
Why is
the virus doesn't care about
why is it hitting their community more than others in America?
In America, I don't know. Here's some stats real quick though. So in Michigan, and this study is done in Michigan, and we all know Detroit. I think Detroit is 80% black, according to this article.
Also, then it's not a minority group there. Oh, it's their community, but it's not a minority group. I was thinking, never mind.
Well, he's thinking of all of Michigan though.
Yeah.
Yeah, all in Michigan, the population of the black people is 14%. 14% pretty low.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
okay.
So it's relatively low.
Detroit itself is 80%.
Detroit itself is 80%. It's
Detail.
A lot of those black people went to Wuhan. They're like Wuhan visitors.
Maybe they were trying to get some really good Chinese food.
Maybe.
But so 14%, small number, right? But 33% of coronavirus cases and 41% of deaths in the black community in Michigan is black.
Oh.
So it's very high.
It's high.
Yeah, it seems like every city, the death rate is double the population.
Oh man.
For black people compared to every other race. So 30%, the death rate is like 60, 70% always.
Are they not getting the like proper help and the healthcare?
Yeah, there's a lot of
Diabetes.
yes,
I know
diabetes.
if you're like diabetic, or a pre-existing respiratory disease.
Asthma?
Yeah, any of those, then you're way more prone to getting the Ronas.
There's like a different kind of
prone to
racism
getting it or
too.
being heavily affected by it?
Heavily affected.
Or more prone to getting it and then also heavily affected by it.
There's a different kind of racism now too, where experts have to go on TV because people are like, yeah, black people just will get corona easier, and it's like the experts are like, no, it's social economic issues that are affecting them, and that's the reason why they're dying.
Who's
more.
the fucking idiot on the news that's saying black people get corona
No,
easy?
it's just like a public opinion because they're like, because they're tying two and two together, right? They're like, why are black people dying twice as much even though the population's half? And
We gotta
people are
figure out
they
that
must
why.
be more susceptible just because of their DNA.
I hate the identity politics that are tied to some of this.
Yeah, so the experts are like,
It's not the race. Yeah.
I like how they go to race before science.
Yeah, exactly, right? So in this, with
Science.
with some statistics here, African Americans are twice as likely to get heart disease, strokes and diabetes than Caucasians.
It's probably the diet.
The diet, yeah. So it's like it's more of a health thing, I guess.
Right.
Yeah, and then I guess statistically, African Americans, I guess health is not, and like I guess they suffer from more heart failure, asthma, and hypertension. These are all statistics, from hospitals and stuff and what they.
I learned the same stats when I was in college about studying different culture groups, and because like what they were saying specifically is that African Americans, like new immigrants from Africa, don't have the same dietary. Like culture of America.
It's a different culture.
Like blacks in America that's been here for a while, right? It's different. So then like they might eat more vegetables or more like mashed up beans all the time, or it's more closer to vegan diet or whatever. So like their health was completely different, even though genetically they're more obviously of the same race, you know?
Their food is good though.
I wonder if the study's the same for the South, because like that food, like fried chicken and all that, I mean, like, white people eat that shit too, right?
Yeah.
So are they just as healthy?
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
But black people fried chicken compared to white people fried chicken
It's
though,
different?
There's a difference.
Well, I'm sure if you look at those communities where it's like equal and they're eating the same food, you're gonna see a higher level of like diabetes with
That's
white
what
people
I'm
too.
thinking.
It's more about like communities, right? But
Yeah.
then those communities happen to be a higher percentage black.
Yeah.
And plus, they're also more densely populated, so it's probably
Yeah,
more
absolutely.
rampant than like something that's more
Isn't
like
Mississippi like the fattest state in the U.S. or some shit like
Sounds
that?
like it could be.
Yeah. And there's a.
Are there any statistics about how many sumo wrestlers have died from Ronas? Because they're pretty heavy too.
They are, but
they eat healthy.
They're healthy.
Healthy fat.
Not healthy. I mean strong and yeah, athletic, and they burn a lot of
They
calories.
eat a lot of veggies and rice and things like that, and not so much like saturated fats and whatnot from like animal
But
food.
they do die younger than other typical Japanese people.
Because typical Japanese people fucking live to 100. So yeah, if they're dying at 70, it's like 30 years too short, buddy.
Damn.
Man, my grandma died at 99.
I think my grandma passed at 100 and something.
My grandma passed at like 90 something, 97 or something.
That's why when I went to the
This all
funeral,
sound like radio stations. 97,
Yeah.
101.
when I went to the funeral, I was kind of like, when everyone was crying, I was like, dude, like, what do you expect? Obviously, it's sad. I get why they're crying, but it's just like,
Oh my god.
Losers.
Were you not close with your grandma?
I love my grandma.
It's like, was it a surprise?
I was like,
she was gonna go.
but I'm
That
like,
bitch
dude,
old.
oh,
Damn. How old do you guys want to live to? Like I always think about that.
It depends on my health.
Yeah, same.
Oh, true. Quality of life.
If I have a shitty health right now, I'm just like in the bed all day. I'm like, kill me now, bro. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I'll fucking come back. I believe in reincarnation.
What would you want to reincarnate as?
As a dandelion. Have a kid pick me up and go.
And die again. Die by a kid blowing.
that's like the most you're first ripped off, and then you're getting pulled apart. Yeah.
Oh, that's a violent death.
No, but when he's getting pulled out, that's like separating from your legs.
What if you're on a nice ass lawn and people are like, I need to get rid of these weeds, and they got a weed whacker just tearing you apart?
Oh fuck, dude! I didn't think it through, man.
Dandelions have it wrong.
I know.
I'm gonna think optimistically about this, and like I'm gonna imagine a kid pulling you out and then just blowing on you and making a whole bunch of wishes, and you're gonna make those wishes come true.
Yeah.
People who have lawns though.
Joe just thinks that in a horny way. He's like, oh, I'm being blowed.
No, it's a kid. All right, if it was a hot girl. If it's a hot girl, she's on a picnic date and she's like, look, it's a dandelion. And she's like, whew, and I'm like, I got blown again in my afterlife.
Damn.
What were you saying, Nelson?
Oh, I was saying that people with lawns like hate that shit. Hate kids blowing on dandelions
Because it makes more?
It's like it's like a
Oh, because they're weeds,
you blow
huh?
on one and then like 20 of them pop up.
But that's their sole purpose. That's what happens with the wind anyway.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it is so much worse when like kids pick it up, because now it's spreading really fast. You pick up 10, and all of a sudden 100 grow up.
That's true.
I like how this is
One way
the
or
topic
another.
we're talking about flowers.
We always talk about flowers. We love flowers.
I like
Yeah, we always talk about poop, buttholes,
And flowers.
Flowers.
Yes, last time it was all about eating pussy.
True.
I got hungry.
I guess flowers and pussies are the same thing.
This sucks, man. I feel like, okay, so usually, you know, when there's virus or things like in the past, it hits the weakest humans or just people that are the unhealthiest or whatever, right? But then now, a lot of this unhealthiness is self-induced. You know what I mean? Like, so humans, we have enough food now, well, at least in America, right? Versus like when we had the Great Depression, people were fucking hungry as hell. Now we have too much food where the poor population, they can't afford healthy food, but they can afford food, and then they're
figured
eating
out-
a lot of unhealthy shit, and then the opposite is happening. Is we have a poor population that's fat.
Yeah.
Versus like in all of history, poor populations were always hungry.
Right.
Fat was kind of wealthy.
Opposite.
Yeah.
What's also crazy is I was on the Explorer page, and then Jermaine Dupri popped up, and he was talking about the Ronas, and then he was this because when he was like referring to the black community, and this is when I first heard that the black community was getting hit kind of hard, and he was explaining about like, so I got to get some real authority on here, so join me at 7 o'clock. I'm gonna have Diddy on here. We're really gonna talk about the Ronas, and then I'm like. Why the fuck do people always look to celebrities for answers? That's the one part I don't
I got the
understand.
whole bad boy camp.
Yeah.
We assembled from the 90s to come out because the Rona crisis got us back together. We're resurrecting Biggie. We're gonna have a whole concert just for.
It's kind of like a system that feeds into itself, though, because even if you're already up there, you know that the public will listen to your buddy Diddy over here more than a
That's
doctor.
true.
But they don't know anything. Like when
Yeah.
people ask me, I'm like, go ask your fucking doctor, dude. I don't know fucking anything.
Go have Dr. Mike or somebody on your channel.
Yeah.
Have you seen the posts that Kev has been?
Kev on stage.
Yeah, Kev on stage. He gets these like sermons, right? Like at the black church, and then they're singing songs about the Rona.
That's tight.
It's fucking
How does it go?
hilarious.
What do they say?
There's like Corona no nona or some shit like, and then they'll come up with funny.
Yeah, it's kind of catchy.
Yeah.
It sucks when you get, especially in that time where it's like people are looking to like the church for answers.
Yeah.
And they're the ones that are like, yeah, just come here, like, and they're profiting off it right now.
Come here and sit close to each other, everybody.
I've been seeing a lot, especially in like the, I mean, I think it's everywhere, but in the Korean, because I have a lot of Korean friends, I guess. But it's, all the churches are online. People are just like watching in, and they're like hardcore, like religious. But they're all at home now, being safe, trying to do it like properly.
Wow.
Responsible.
Crazy. But yeah, it's crazy times, and everyone is being affected by this. So our heart goes out to anyone that is being affected, and stay safe, everybody.